Welcome to Globalpreneur Life. I'm Kimanzi.
I'm Cindy.
And we're the Constables.
Join us on our channel as we take you around the world with us. We are a husband and wife team who have sold everything, and we are working our business and our life all over the world.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications so that you get notified each time we release one of our Globalpreneur Life videos. And we hope that they help you live, work, love, and build a life all over the world. Good morning, Globalpreneurs. I guess technically it might be afternoon. It's 11:42.
Yeah.
So this episode is all about our life as digital nomads and how we're settling in. So we just got done with the strategy session with one of our clients. I would say it went well. Would you say it went well?
She's got a plan for what she's going to do. So for us, a strategy session, what does that mean? That means we basically map out a plan for how they're going to utilize, large publications, speaking, or some form of consulting in their business, and we give them the path, for that, and they have to go forth and execute.
And we actually did that right here.
Yeah, at the kitchen table.
In our little spot.
In our
Airbnb. And now we're getting ready to head to co-working. We're in Luquillo, as we told you. Mm-hmm. We're headed to San Juan, the capital of Puerto Rico, and we found a groovy little co-working spot. We'll link it below.
Yeah, we will link below. It's a great little spot. The Wi-Fi is fantastic. There's air conditioning. Which is a plus.
Air conditioning.
It's very humid here in our apartment because we don't have central air in the apartment that we're staying in right now. The bedrooms, again, have AC, but we don't hang out in there all day because we need to be out here working. So the co-working space is nice. It's a good vibe, good energy. So that's kind of helpful for us because when you work, by yourself at home, it can often be challenging to muster up the mojo to do shit. So going to the co-working space, it kind of just has a good vibe, and we just tend to be more productive there.
Yeah, you are going to be most productive where you feel that good energy and that good vibe, and then also where you see other people that are just getting it done. That to me is incredibly helpful. I don't want to talk to any of those people, but I can be in the same environment. So me as an introvert, I don't want to have those intimate conversations with them, but I can vibe off of their energy if we're all in the same place.
Yeah, and so it's a great co-working space. We can't really video in there. It says, because you have to have everybody's permission if you catch anybody on video. So
yeah,
we may be able to take a few pictures, but we can't really video in there. They've got some private rooms that you can rent. So if you have a call or something like that, you can go into a private room. There's coffee and water and
unlimited coffee.
Unlimited coffee, which is a bonus for
unlimited coffee. I drink $20 worth of coffee in there alone. And that's, if you want to get a day pass, it's $20. If you want to buy a pack of 5 or 10, they have a discounted rate. And I think even for the month, if you want unlimited, I think it's a damn good rate for the month.
Compared to renting office space, it's a great alternative. So for us, we'll be able to go there a couple of times a week, get some work done, and keep this business thing going.
So let's go co-working. Good morning.
Good morning. It's hot.
Yeah, it is hot.
So let's just get that out of the way. I think I told you guys it was hot already. I think, but it's hot. But when I tell you it's hot, I mean it's hot. We are very westernized.
Yeah,
spoiled Americans. We're spoiled
heirs.
Americans, and we're used to having central air all the time. I've lived in Florida for damn near 30 years, and being hot is something that's kind of optional because it's nice and cool in your house. You keep the AC nice and low, and everything's fabulous. But energy is such an expensive utility here. It's actually the most expensive in all of the United States plus their territories. So it's at a premium here. So central AC is just doesn't happen the way it did. So it's hot.
And I am half Kenyan, half American. My mom is from Mombasa, Kenya, and my dad is from Chicago. And so Cindy always says,
the Chicago side.
Yeah, Cindy always says, you're African, dude.
You're Kenyan. Why are you hot?
And we've been to Africa and Kenya, and I lived in Kenya for 2 years and all that good stuff. And she's like, but it's different. I was born and raised in Wisconsin. Okay, so
it's cold.
It's cold, And you learn, your body learns to adapt to that. Cause like when Cindy would come there and visit me when we're dating and I'm in shorts and it's like 40 and she's like, what the hell? Like,
I'm like on boots, a parka, and a sweater and all the things because I was like, holy shit, it's freezing here.
So, I mean, the theme of this vlog is like a day in our life, and we haven't done it technically like a traditional
Like a
day in the
full
life where
day,
we
yeah.
show you, and we'll definitely do that. But what we want you to see is what is it really like living the nomad life? What is it really like building a business? And we went to the co-working space. Some days we do that. Like I thought about like going back there today and getting some work done, but then the thought of the traffic to get there and back, I'm like, I'm just not
because
feeling
it's like if there's no traffic, it's probably like 30 minutes, but that's not typical to not have any traffic. So it's like 45 minutes. It could be an hour, because if we leave at the end of the day, then it's an hour to get back to our where we're staying on the other side of the island. So it's like, of course, what is that? That's listen to us complaining about a work commute, right? So those of you who are watching who go to a regular job and you're like, fuck you. Like we travel that every day. And of course, that was my life every day for my career until 2018 when I retired. But that's the other thing, like working from home, like we're really spoiled in that our commute is to the kitchen table or to the office. That's where we head for work. And so driving an hour to like sit down and work, it just seems like too much.
and the reality of what we do, so we help entrepreneurs get published in large publications, but we also write for large publications ourselves. Majority of our time is spent on these things. Like This is a majority of our time. We're here at the table, grinding away. Sometimes we grunt at each other, like, we typically each have our headphones in or on. Kimanzi tends to use his AirPods a lot. If I'm at my computer, I tend to use my big headphones because the AirPods just hurt my ears to keep them in for so long. So I'll use my big headphones, and we're just like head down doing a thing for hours. And like we get up, we walk around, try to make our stand goal from our watches, but it's really not like sexy and exciting when you write for a living and then you teach other people who write how to write for publications. So it's a lot of really just sitting around and writing. Yeah. And so that's what life has been like. We've gotten here. I don't know that we've adjusted to the avidity, but I would say we've adjusted. Yeah. It's definitely been a little bit of it's weighed on us a little more than I think we thought. We're cooking here. I'm cooking. I'm the chef. You're going to see that in one of the little B-roll clips. Mm-hmm. So we're cooking here. We did a few touristy things. We have some friends here on the island. We're actually talking about like this weekend and next weekend going out and seeing some waterfalls and rainforests and all that good stuff. So we'll definitely take you along for that. Yeah. But this is everyday life. So if we're going to do those touristy things, it's not going to be consecutively like when we've fast traveled. It's going to be your normal everyday life, and then you pepper in those things. But I think since this is our first foray into this, we're adjusting to what does it mean for us? Because we've had a lot of conversations about what does Cindy want to do? What does Kimanzi want to do? What do we not want to do here? That's the more important thing. It's like,
the existential crisis of the moment for us. Like, we're midlife, empty nesters, we have grandkids. And of course, this morning I was just having a meltdown because I belong in this women's group called Ladies Who Leverage, which I absolutely love.
Ladies Who Leverage!
Yay, my LWL sisters. Shout out to all y'all watching the video.
I'm not a lady.
He's not a lady.
But I'm excited
he's not a
for
lady
them.
who leverages, so no. But we're migrating our group to a new platform. And we were doing an activity, and the question was, what would you like to be celebrating 1 year from now? And, cue the midlife crisis meltdown for me. I was like, I don't know, because I feel like I'm in that stage where, and I feel like the word reinvention is kind of overused a lot of times, but transition, right? And life is just full of transitions. There's lots of transitionary periods in life, but I feel like that's kind of where we are. And as we talk about like traveling full time, what does that look like? Because typically when we travel, it's for what, a week, 10 days. We're seeing a place, and so we need to like see the place and then like squeeze in work in between like seeing the place because we're only going to be here for a week. But when we're on the island for 6 weeks, or we're in a country for a month or 2 months or wherever we're going to be for the amount of time, it's an adjustment to feel like you're on vacation. Because during vacation time, we work a little less so that we can see all the things, right? And do all the stuff. Well, we can see all the things and do all the stuff, and we still have to work. And so it's like we're trying to really find that balance between, how much are we going to work? And obviously we have a YouTube channel, so going out and seeing things is part of our work, but it's just a little more fun part than the sitting at the desk, and writing part. But like, what is that going to look like? And then what do we even want to do? That's a big thing, because as we structure our business, we've been in business for a long time, many years. So it's steady, income is regular, all that kind of stuff. But as we think about like the next 10 years, like when we retire or whatever, what do we want to be doing? How do we want to like go out? And so it's like a hard question to really think about.
Yeah, I had my little midlife crisis, if you noticed from the last vlog. We're going to say this gently. I did shave, so like you probably are looking at the clips in order and how they come, and you're like, what the hell? Like this dude was like what happened? Like that's the magic of that video editing. That's the magic. So I had where I'm like, you know what? I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of, and it's hot. I'm sweating in here and it's nasty. That's my little midlife crisis.
And for me, you'll probably see my hair continue to grow. Like I just got my hair a few months ago. And this is long. It's normally like higher stacked in the back and short, but because I'm going to be traveling full time, and ladies, you know this, that like, your hairdresser is like gold. And so my hairdresser has been doing my hair for probably, 10 years now, which is my daughter. And like letting other people cut my hair and color my hair and do things is like, oh my gosh, this is just really, it's nerve-wracking to think that I have to find a new person every place I go. So I think I will actually just let my hair grow out. And, the purple that was in my hair, I think I'm just going to put my hair back to black, because it'll just be easier for a long-term travel to, just have my hair done when I'm home and I see my daughter.
So that's kind of where we're at.
That's what we're doing right now.
And kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, and as always, if you guys have things that you want us to talk about, please put them in the comments below, and we will make a video to address any questions that you have about building a business on the road, long-term travel, all of those kinds of things.
And we're definitely going to be releasing like a day in the life, so you can actually see what it looks like. We just have to figure out what that day looks like first.
Yeah, we do.
We're going to talk about more about our business, like the behind the scenes of how we make it work. We're going to talk about travel, because we've in this time where we've kind of chilling, we actually booked a lot of travel, so we got a lot of exciting destinations coming up for you all.
We have a big lineup of places. We're kind of booked from now to March of 2022.
Yeah.
So we have everything already booked. So there will be some great travel videos. So some of that sightseeing stuff you'll get to see on the channel coming up.
And then we'll do like an official, here's our next destination video, so we can squeeze the juice out of YouTube a little bit more.
We'll tell you all.
We're trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers. Road to 1,000. This, vloggers and YouTubers are like, road to 1,000, road to 5,000. We're on the road to 1,000, because that's when we can monetize.
Yes, so let us know. And if you do all the things, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell so you have notifications for when we drop new content. And we appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for watching this episode.
We appreciate you being here with us along this journey.
Be sure to come back for the next episode, because it's probably going to be one where we're doing like some adventures. Like I'm going to be climbing some big waterfall and jumping off and having a cinematic scene. Or not.
Or not.
But there'll be some adventures.
We don't know what's anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Come back and see.
I have jumped in random holes in random places.
Yes, but we were told it was safe.
We were told it was
the
safe.
locals, so that's different. Yeah.
Okay, so come back.
Yes. See you soon.